In this final demo of Word 2011, we're going to look at the templates that you get when you go to File, New. You get this Word document gallery, and you get a lot of templates that are already pre-designed for you, and you just have to fill in the information. So I'm just picking different template looks here. For example, if I want to do a card or an invitation, there's some right there that I could use. But let's go back to the all templates. And we're going to look at two specific templates. We're going to look at the notebook layout template and the publishing layout template. Remember earlier I said I don't particularly like Word as a desktop publisher, but this publishing layout template is very, very useful when it comes to creating a poster or something of that nature. So let's go to the notebook layout template and see what that's all about. So here's what you have in the notebook layout template. Basically, it looks like a notebook that you can just have right on your computer. So you have sections over here. If you point at a section, hold down the Control key, you can create a new section, rename a section or delete a section, change its colors. So let's rename it, and we'll call this CIS 120L, of course. And let's go down here, you've got another section, call this BA 101. So you can create notes for yourself or notes as you're listening to a lecture or even as you're watching the demo. You can create these kind of notes, kind of stop the demo, go here and go to each one of these lines. Notice when you hit the enter key, it just takes you to a new line, just like it were a page in your notebook. But also notice that the ribbons have changed a little bit. We have note levels here. We have appearance. We even have audio notes. Notice the input level is moving as I'm talking, so I could record and just say, this is my first note that I am putting into the CIS 120L. Be sure you watch the demos. So I can type, listen to my audio note. And notice the audio note right there. This is my first note that I am putting into the CIS 120L. Be sure you watch the demos. So you can create for yourself these audio notes. Very cool. You can then add notes. So you want to specifically remember how to do a drop cap. So I can go and put in second level of notes and it moves it over, and notice this looks just like bulleting, what we saw in bulleting. So you're able to do that, and you can do that again just with the tab. It'll move you to second level notes. Okay, go to insert menu. So it'll stay there, and you delete to go back to the beginning or pick level 1 over here on the note level. So this is kind of a clever device that you can use for keeping track of your notes, just like you would in a notebook, but you have a notebook online and you can save it. You can also customize down here at the bottom. You can customize your workspace. So let's say I like working on mahogany, so the background looks more like a mahogany table that I'm writing on. So appearance, I guess, is the same place. You got background you can look at. Titanium. Alrighty. Titanium table. Then you can change the color of your tabs as well over here to the side. Magenta, and so on. So your tabs can be, now it's the active tab, whatever one that you have is the one you're going to be renaming in this case. So line rulers, you don't have to have any line rulers if you don't want any. I think the line rulers are kind of cool. And you can create footers, distance apart in the line rulers, so you can make them wider and closer together. Again, remember, because I created an audio note on this line, there's where you have your audio note to play. So this is one of the templates. I'm going to X out of that, and not particularly interested in saving it. I can bring up Word again, File, New from Templates. This time let's look at the publishing layout. In the publishing layout, you get basically a desktop publisher, one that actually works. And so again, you've got a background here. You've got fewer tabs, but more than you had with the notes. So you can actually add tables. And your layout, you can create your layout, what you want your margins to be here. You can add smart art. We'll do that in a moment. What's smart art? And adding that sort of item. But we're going to create just a simple little flyer that talks about the fact that I lost my kitty cat. So let's go to Insert Text. And I want to insert a horizontal text box, and you actually have to go over and insert it. So I'm just going to put in lost cat. And now I'm going to say I want that lost cat to be rotated 270 degrees, so it's on its side. I'm going to change its font, something a little more bold, and we'll change its size to much bigger than what it is, which means I've got to extend my text box a ways before all of it will appear on one line. Play with it a little bit, reduce the size so you can see what this looks like. This green ball up here allows you to rotate your text. So you're truly working in a desktop environment here. So I lost my cat. So let's bring in some clip art to this. I'm going to insert some clip art from my gallery. Let's go look for a cat. Cat, search. Well, there's a cat. How cute. We'll insert that cat. Put him over here. And we'll make him a little bit bigger. Great. Now I'm going to insert, could have done that from the insert over here as well, but I'm going to insert a shape. Let's go with a basic shape here. We want it to be a call out. Let's do a call out, and let's make it a thought bubble. So our kitty cat is going to be thinking about home. Now this little diamond down here allows you to move the thought process there. Go up here, double click, and I've got text. 1, 2. So that's what the kitty is thinking. We select that, increase its size, 22 maybe. Again, change the font, something a little more bold. And there's our kitty thought. One of the things you can also do with these items is when you hit the control key, you can arrange them. So in other words, I could bring the cat to the front, but notice he covers up that bubble, the thought bubble extension there. So you can bring things to the front, take things to the back. You can group items. If I do a shift and I've got both of these selected, then do a control, I can group those two together, so now they're together, so when I move one they both move. Down here I can add another text box. I'm going to add another text box, and that's going to have the calling information. So I've typed in my text box information, the Apple button A, select all, center, change the font size. If it's a little too much, I can always increase the text box a little bit. I can put another clip art in there, and we'll make it nature. Sunflower, we'll pick the sunflower. And now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make the sunflower fit my whole page. You might go, why in the world are you doing that? Well, one of the things I can do with this sunflower is I can make it a little more transparent under Format Picture, since it is a picture. Make it a little more transparent. Remember what I said? If I hold down the Control key, I can arrange it and send it to the back so it acts like a watermark. Let's look at my picture. There we go. Ready to be printed and posted on all of the telephone poles in the neighborhood. So there we have a look at using a couple of the templates that are set up automatically in the Word gallery.